I was taking my pet Stick out for a walk this morning, and that got me thinking, what are some extremely fun glitches to do in No Man's Sky when you're utterly bored out of your mind? Well, in today's video, we're going to have a look into some really cool, easy glitches that you can do, and they're a ton of fun. So let's get into today's video. So this first fun glitch I'm going to show you comes courtesy of Elite Gamers. Now, the idea I'm taking from his video, I'll have that linked in the video description down below, but usual in Professor Cynical style, I'm going to ramp it up to 11 and show you what you can really do with it, and it's absolutely hilarious. So we all know teleporters, you can travel from point A to point B. Now, the way that Elite Gamers did it, and it really kind of piqued my interest when I seen that video, was they put a chair inside of a teleporter and then proceeded to sit down on the chair, as you would imagine, but then the teleporter still takes you from one side to the other and you're still sitting down, which is absolutely hilarious. But we can take this to a whole new level. So this is where I tweaked the idea in my usual way. So I made a miniaturized cannon, and there's about 30 spammed in each location using wire glitching, and as you can see, going for it normally, it nets you an incredible result. It just literally pings you in a random location on the map, and it's, as you can see, I'm actually quite far away. Fantastic. So what happens if we put a seat in one of those teleporters and then do the same thing again? Utter fun is what happens. So the chair's in there and we're ready to literally yeet us ourselves into any direction. Look at that. That's absolutely hilarious. You're literally just like some kind of like god at this point, when you just imagine somebody coming round and seeing you sat like that in midair. They're gonna think, holy hell, am I in the Matrix? Is this in like one of the final scenes in the Matrix where Neo walks into the room and has all the televisions and an old guy just sat there? That reminds me so much of that scene. If you've never seen the Matrix, what you doing? You need to go and see the Matrix. But that reminds me of that. I mean, this could be used in so many different purposes. I mean, my other idea for this would be to have a chair, so you know exactly where you land every single time. All you would need to do is build like an upper base and maybe put a chair there as well, so you go from one chair to the other, and then when you land at this location, you just like land in a new base. I mean, that could be a really cool idea, because the path itself is always going to be the same, so you instantly know the trajectory which you're going to go anyway. But I mean, there we go, guys. That's the very first one, but more shenanigans need to be had, so we're going to do something completely different. We're going to build our own fireworks. That is right, in No Man's Sky it's completely possible to build fireworks, and all you need is some sphere creators put in a very particular fashion inside of this half cube, if you want to call it that. It's basically just 4 normal walls just placed obviously in a square, and then we're going to place down these sphere creators inside of it in exactly this pattern. Now we need to wire it all up, obviously, so we're just going to make sure that all these are all wired up nice and tidy. I'm not going to edit this out, so then if you want to build this for yourself, you can do. So what we're going to do very quickly is just wire this up just in any particular fashion. It don't particularly matter, it just has to all be connected as one unit. It can't just like have a random wire here, there and everywhere. So you can see that I've got a switch here on the side of it. Now the way the switch works is, on the left hand side you have a normal wire going to all your power, like the actual power itself, so for example like solar panels and whatnot, and on the right hand side is where you connect all this up to. And as you can see, it's utter crazy. I mean, you can literally do so much with this. It's absolutely hilarious. It just absolutely spits them out at 1,000 miles an hour in any direction. I mean, you could in theory turn this on its side, build the same thing but on its side up on, like, say, a freighter, and you could make a fully usable cannon out of it, or fireworks if you want to call it that. But if you put a pressure pad on there, it works even better. I mean, look at that. Imagine someone just like coming by and seeing this. This is actual fun. I absolutely love these things. But we're not stopping there, because we can refine this design. If you make it even smaller and tighter, you get better results. So let's go and do that. So exactly the same premise as before, except from we're using half walls, which then compacts these balls in even more. And because of that compression, you actually get a lot more power out of this, and you're able to use this as well then as a trampoline. So that's what we're going to be doing in this one. So all we do, one ball in the middle, 4 around the side. It's all you can reasonably fit in, but because of that compression, you're absolutely fine. You can also go ahead and build up a little bit if you want it to be more of a cannon shape, but we're going to be using this to try and help guide us when we use this for a trampoline. So again, it's all the same thing as before. We need to go ahead, wire it up, and then I'm going to use a floor switch straight away. And like I said, floor switches and electrical wiring is super easy to do. All you need to do is wire goes on inside on the left side for the power. On the right side, it's where you connect it up to whatever contraption it is that you're doing. But whilst I'm doing that, I am going to have a quick drink break. So I'm drinking the Game. You've probably heard it a million times on my channel by now. It's an amazing energy drink. It comes in 2 different flavors currently. I've got Iron Brew, but they also do Sour Apple as well. Link in the video description down below if you are interested in picking some up. It's an amazing energy drink. They do it absolutely right. And if you use my code, it got me thinking, again, in the video description down below, you can find that code. You get 10% off your order. Highly recommend it. Amazing flavor. So again, thank you very much to Z Game for sponsoring today's video. Look at that. So essentially, it works exactly like the randomizer engine that I've built just in a few videos back. But because the balls are so compact together, it literally pings you up in the air, which is absolutely fantastic. And I mean, look at that. Look at how high you are going. And it doesn't stop there. You can build these in layers going all the way up, and you can really get some power out of these. But you can do it that way, and you can build layers up, but use it more for a cannon or a firework like maker, if you will, for that. If you just want it as a trampoline, keep it only one. It works best like that, but you get a lot more power the more you stack. So we're going to go ahead and do that just now. Yeah, I might have gone a little bit crazy here, but nonetheless, we are just finishing up wiring just the last few rungs there. Fantastic. So I've gone about 6, 7 high. I'm just going to save the game here just in case the game crashes on me completely. But there we go. It's all wired up, ready to go. And boom! Look at that. Look at how far those balls have gone. That is actually amazing. And because of the press to switch, you can just do this as many times as you want. It is utter madness. Now, what does it look like on the inside? Look at all the balls are rolling down the hill. Now, look what happens on the inside. It still has that sphere, but this is what I was talking about. You still get the bouncy effect, but this is more used for a cannon, in my opinion, because the balls rotate a little bit slower for some reason. It's only when the balls start rolling like super quickly that you get the more power. I haven't figured out yet how to control the spinning motion to make them spin even quicker. But I mean, look at that. This is like literally the ultimate. Wow, those went far. Jeez, oh. I mean, this works like I said, you can load this up on a freighter, use it as a cannon, or in my case, I'm using it just for silly purposes today. It's literally just a massive sky flower, if you will. It's fireworks, essentially, just without the bang. Unless you was maybe a small animal walking by and get absolutely pelted by one of these balls. I am so sorry for your loss if you are said animal. But there we go, guys. Absolute fun, absolute shenanigans, and these are just some fun extreme glitches that you can do right now in No Man's Sky and play about with it. Have fun. That's what this is all about. If you do come up with some different ideas, different creations, let me know in the comment section down below, or you can go ahead and join my Discord where you can share the pictures and show me what you build. Again, I'll have a link to that in the video description down below. Anyway, guys, that is everything from me here today, and as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.